What happens with the insurance company in a mold claim? You know, if there's insurance there, do you call up the insurance company and what's their reaction? Is the guy like, whoa, mold claim, you know, we got to figure this out? Are they hesitant? Or what actually happens in real life when you call the insurance company about a mold claim?
Yep. So the first thing I do when a lawsuit comes in my office, into my door, the first thing I do is I ask for a copy of the insurance policy. And this is important. Everyone, whether you're a mom and pop landlord or a large scale landlord, you need to have coverage for what's known as personal injury liability, a landlord policy. Sometimes you get owners who get just a general homeowner's policy that doesn't include any landlord protections, some liability protections. So that's important. And first thing I do is I take a look at that policy and I do what's called tender the lawsuit or the claim to the insurance company. That out the door, almost as soon as my client exits, I'm getting that document or that letter, the insurance company in writing, saying, here's a lawsuit, you cover the property and the insured, defend this lawsuit and indemnify my client. Then there's usually it's a couple weeks before you hear back from the insurance company, and I always, they may call and him and haw about it. I always tell them, put it in writing. And they will do what's called, it's either a coverage determination or a reservation of rights letter. And that will spell out their determination of the policy. There are claims being covered under that policy. And ideally they say, well, no, you're not covered for this, and this, but there's one sentence here, you may be covered. Because of that, we're going to provide a defense. That's my main goal, is to get the insurance company to defend the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. Let them handle the defense at their cost and hopefully resolve or settle the case at their expense. Every now and then you will get a complete denial from the insurance company. And at that point, then I have to look more closely at the policy and determine whether or not their determination was proper. That's typically the way it's handled in my office.
Steve, in your experience, when you've dealt with insurance companies, even under this reservation of rights letters, do they also have like adjusters come out and say, although you're covered for this amount, we're going to adjust the amount that we will insure for?
It's interesting. I'm right now in litigation on two cases that I was just dealing with just yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yes. So what'll happen is, ideally, like I said, the insurance company assigns a defense counsel to defend the lawsuit, and that defense counsel represents you, the landlord, the insured. Mm-hmm. Royalties are to you, but they're being paid for by the insurance company.
Right.
Also, there will be an adjuster assigned to the case that will oftentimes, tag along at any mediation or be involved in any settlement negotiations and say, well, the insurance company is willing to contribute X to settle this case, mm-hmm. as long as you insured contribute Y to settle this case. We'll contribute 80%, you contribute 20% or 90 or 10, mm-hmm. whatever it is. So at that point, it's good. And typically the attorney who's assigned to defend the case will not get involved with that. So that's where it's a good idea to have personal counsel.
Right.
Then evaluate, well, you know what? No, the insurance company needs to go out. They need to protect you. You're the insured. They need to protect you from this potential liability. Do their job. Or, look, you're hanging by a string here on the covered claim, and you may have some real exposure to liability.
Right.
Maybe you should contribute something. And that's really by case determination.
Yeah. Well stated. Do you ever in this space in the landlord tenant? The landlord insurance space, do you find a lot of or any insurance bad faith claims?
I don't come across those a lot. Typically, when you push the insurance company far enough, mm-hmm. in mind their whole job is to make money and eventually deny claims
and not pay out money, right?
Yeah, but when you start to press bad faith. Right. Sometimes they may actually step up and defend the claim with a reservation of rights. But I have litigated my fair of bad faith claims as well. But those are fewer and further between. Yes, it can occur.
Yeah, I think I think what you said is very wise. We do quite often counsel our clients to have independent counsel to kind of oversee, because there is an inherent conflict of interest when the insurance company themselves is providing the defense counsel. So it's not a bad idea. So even though they may have counsel provided for them, to have another lawyer just on an hourly basis every so often to kind of pop their head in, take a look at the papers, just to make sure that everything's on the level. So,
yeah, I agree. And we do that a lot for clients, and we can be involved, like you said, just overlooking, looking over the shoulder of the defense counsel,
right.
more proactive, or actually be the lead in the case. It just really depends on the situation and the client, what the client is more comfortable with.
Yep, agreed. Well said.